In this video, we'll explore the use of keyboard shortcuts in Revit. Now, this is the document I created. It just has a few shortcut keys that are commonly used in Revit. So we have align, array, copy, and those are a few of the ones that are used typically. So I'll jump to Revit. I'll open the sample project. And we'll just go to level 1 floor plan so we can see the components. And if I hover over the elements, we can see the shortcut key beside it. So for wall, we have WA. For door, DR. Window, WN. So if I come, I press WA, my wall shows up. And if I do DR for door, my door comes in. WN for window, my window. And if I do a command and I wanted to just continue, I could just put the other command at the same time. So if I have a wall again, wall, I do not have to escape. I could just go right ahead and press DR for door, and the other command will continue. I could continue again with the window, WN. There we go. So creating shortcut keys, if you want to create new ones, if you go under View, you go to User Interface, we have keyboard shortcuts. And keyboard shortcut also has its own shortcut, which is KS. So we click on that, and we see all the commands over here and the shortcut that's associated with that command. So let's go back and look at some commands that do not have shortcuts. So if we go back under the Architecture tab, we could check for ceiling. We notice ceiling does not have any. Floor does not have any. Roof does not have any. This is roof by footprint. Curtain grid, nothing. So let's just try doing a shortcut for roof by footprint. So we go back to the View tab. We go to User Interface, Keyboard Shortcuts, or KS, and we just want to search for the command that we want to use. So in this case, roof by footprint, and you see it here. We'll use RF, and we just assign and say OK. So now we come back into our workspace. If I were to do RF, you see we now get the sketch to do a roof. Cancel that. It's just as easy to remove a key that you have set. So let's go back to the keyboard shortcut settings, KS. And if I want to remove roof by footprint, I have to select the shortcut, not the command. Select the shortcut and then select remove, then OK. Now if I try that same command, RF, nothing happens. Now when we're in our model, we're always moving around the model so that we can see different aspects and sections of the model. And the zoom commands are here. And they all have their shortcuts, but the shortcut does not show up until you hover over the last zoom that's used. So ZA for zoom all to fit. If you wanted to see zoom region, you have to hover over it. You see ZR. The shortcut for each of the commands is just the initial of the commands. So zoom in region is ZR, zoom out is ZO, zoom to fit is ZF, and we can try that. So ZR for zoom in region, ZA for zoom all. If I'm like this and I zoom out, ZO. And just like the zoom commands, there are snaps. And snaps are used all the time to get to a particular point on a model, component, or an element. So I'm going to do another wall, WA. And typically snaps are shown, and you can do a tab to cycle through different tabs. But you can also specify which tab, which snap you want. So if I wanted to go to the endpoint, I could do SE, and it goes to the endpoint. SM goes to the midpoint. And I could just draw my element there. Now to figure out where the snaps are, you go under the Manage tab, and you go to Snaps here. And all the object snaps are listed along with their shortcut keys to the right. So you can see endpoints, SE, midpoints, SM. They all start with S for snap, and then the second letter is the other point of the snap. Now, if you have multiple views open, so let's open a few more. Let's open 3D view here, and then elevation, and a section. If you have multiple views open, you can always cycle through the different views by holding Control and tabbing through. So I hold Control, tab, and it cycles through until it gets back to the view that I was initially viewing. You can also, if you're cycling through, you don't have to go all the way through to get back to the one you had previously. You can hold Shift along with Control and then tab, and it goes backwards. If I just do Control Tab, it goes forwards. Control Shift and Tab, it goes backwards. So those are just quick and easy way to cycle through your views. Although in the newer versions of Revit now you have the tabs, so you can also just click on the tabs. But if you ever want to use the shortcuts, Control Shift and go back. That's just a quick way to go through all the tabs. Shortcut keys are extremely useful when you're working on projects, large projects, and you need to speed up your workflow, because you can always just use the keys to initiate your commands instead of going to the different tabs and finding what the commands are.